Since 1890, the Summit Country Day School has honored our commitment to the mission. For more than 130 years, we have seen generation after generation of graduates grow into leaders of character who leave the grounds of our school with the grace and wisdom to value and improve the world they will inherit. I'm Rich Wilson. I've had the honor of serving as head of school here for the last 11 and a half years, and I welcome you to our virtual Leading the Way campaign closing celebration. The campaign was needed to fund the ambitious plans outlined in our strategic plan. The plan sought to address two primary questions. What skills, dispositions, and experiences will our students need to succeed in the years ahead? And what must the Summit do to empower our faculty to deliver these skills, dispositions, and experiences while also ensuring the institution's long-term sustainability? The strategic plan addresses these questions through 4 initiatives. Developing leaders of character for the 21st century is the first one, and more specifically, it involves developing skills in character-based leadership, creative problem solving, and diversity and inclusion. The second plank of the strategy is enhancing our value proposition. How do we best communicate the benefits that we provide students? The third plank of the strategy is strengthening the school's financial model, which has been stressed by increased demand for financial aid. And finally, the fourth plank is building a culture of philanthropy among our stakeholders to ensure the Summit has the volunteer talent and generous giving to sustain the school long into the future. With a favorable feasibility study undertaken to gauge the reaction and support of our Summit community, the Board of Trustees approved the bold and exciting Leading the Way campaign in support of this strategic plan. This campaign invited each of us to accept the mantle of leadership and responsibility to ensure the Summit remains in the forefront of private, independent Catholic education. Over the years, the Summit has been blessed with volunteer leaders who have dreamed about our school's future. Leaders whose vision, hard work, and generosity have fueled our mission and elevated us to new heights. Our board chair, Allison Kropp, is one such leader.
Hi, I'm Allison Kropp, proud alum of the class of '93, campaign co-chair, and I'm in my 4th year as chair of the Board of Trustees. I'm thrilled to have this opportunity to express my appreciation to you, our Summit family. I offer deep gratitude, admiration, and respect for each individual and family who contributed to the success of our comprehensive Leading the Way campaign. What makes our Summit community special? You, your investment, and your involvement. The success of the Summit rests upon every community member. Fundraising and volunteer activities honor our culture of philanthropy, which secures the Summit's ability to offer an exceptional education to current students and future generations. Each student who walks through our doors is assisted by teachers who inspire them, parents who support them, and alums and benefactors who believe in investing in them. Every contribution enhances our students' quality of life, allowing them the freedom to learn and grow into leaders of character who will become the change makers and peacemakers that Christ calls us all to be. Philanthropy is more than just raising money. Just as donations enrich our school, involvement of volunteers and leaders in the school also makes an important impact. To all of you who volunteer your time and talent to give our children a world-class experience, I thank you. I'd like to recognize our Board of Trustees, senior leadership team, faculty and staff, and members of our community groups for your passionate and impactful outreach and engagement in leading the way for our Summit, and for your financial investment in the success of the campaign. I am grateful to you for modeling our culture of philanthropy, not only through your own stretch gifts, but also through your volunteer leadership in the solicitation process. Thank you. You made a difference in securing support for our campaign. The participation numbers tell the story. The Board of Trustees had 100% participation. The senior leadership team, which is composed of the school's directors, also had 100% participation. The faculty and staff had 97% participation. The Parent Ambassador Network, which helped to solicit other parents, had 85%. The Summit Parent Association, which helps our teachers in so many ways, had 81%. The boosters, who seek support for our athletic programs, had 76% participation. Our admission ambassadors, who help sell prospective families on our school, had 75% participation. And the village, composed of our African American families, had 42% participation. And the Alumni Advancement Network, which helped to solicit other alumni, participated at a 32% participation rate. When we named the campaign Leading the Way, we set a minimum fundraising goal of $13.5 million and identified 3 categories for funding that were critical: the Summit Fund, Capital and Special Initiatives, and the endowment. I introduced longtime Summit alum and supporter Nick Ragland to tell you more about the Summit Fund success.
Hi, I'm Nick Ragland, Summit Boys Middle School graduate, class of 1983, former chair of the Board of Trustees, and co-chair for the Leading the Way campaign. Thank you for your support to the Leading the Way campaign through your gift commitments to the Summit Fund. The Summit Fund is comprised of a family of funds which offer a variety of ways to invest and make an impact today. Your gifts to the Summit Fund allow us to focus on opportunities that tuition doesn't cover. This financial revenue stream allows us to fulfill our bold strategic plans and not have to compromise. The Summit Fund allows us to attract and retain our world-class teachers, provide financial assistance for students who otherwise could not afford to attend, implement cutting-edge programs like the teachers are doing now in the creative problem-solving area, enhance technology support the professional development of faculty and staff, beautify our buildings and grounds, support student activities, and so much more. I especially want to acknowledge those of you who joined or renewed your membership in the Leaders of Character Society to make the Summit a priority in your philanthropy. You are the pace setters. Thank you for leading the way for our campaign and for demonstrating your passion and belief in the power of a Summit education. Together, our Leading the Way campaign goal of $5.5 million for the Summit Fund was exceeded by over $370,000 for a total gift commitment of almost $5.9 million. Together, we keep our Summit story strong.
Whenever I come to Summit and enter down the main drive, I see a well-kept, picturesque campus. I see constant activity all around. 2 turf fields seemingly always packed with action. Car lines full of smiles and inviting faculty. Playgrounds filled with running and laughter. Everyone remembers their first time walking into Summit's front door and seeing the chapel. It takes your breath away. It truly is a space of beauty. In there, I hear the word of God. I hear voices together in song. It's a place of celebration. It's a feeling like home. I feel centered in the chapel, literally. The chapel is connected to all divisions of the school. When you walk the halls at Summit, it's hard not to feel a sense of community. Everyone says hi. Everyone lends a smile. Every faculty and staff member is fully supportive of their students. They never waver. The energy is positive and contagious. It's welcoming. It's something you want to be a part of. At this school, you don't just see learning. You see passion and drive. You see commitment and teamwork. You see heads down hard work. You see success. If you've walked these halls, I'm sure you can attest to that. The Summit, however, would look and feel a lot different if it weren't for the alumni, parents, friends, faculty, staff, companies, and organizations that have supported the Summit for over 130 years. Those who know the Summit and value the future of the world invest and get involved here. The Summit isn't just a school. It's a place of growth and opportunity. It's a place of leaders. It's a place full of inspiration. By giving to the Summit Fund, you are giving opportunity. You are investing in our future. You are inspiring our children to go out and be the change makers and peacemakers of our world. As we say at the summit, to whom much is given, much is expected.
Hi everyone, I'm Andy Rich, former Board of Trustees member, former chair of the Business Affairs Committee, and co-chair of Summit's Leading the Way campaign. The second category of designated gifts for the campaign was focused on identified capital and special initiatives of our strategic plan. Capital gifts are utilized for long-term needs to support special, large expenses to build and renovate our grounds, buildings, and large-scale equipment. These items cost more than the school's yearly budget can support. In our last fundraising campaign, Aiming Higher, most of the money funded our extensive building renovation projects in the middle and upper schools. Since our campus facilities are now in great shape, the Leading the Way campaign focused more on the Summit Fund and our endowment. However, there were a few capital items we needed. The goal in this area was $2.4 million. As the campaign proceeded, additional areas came forward from donors, resulting in total capital commitments of over $5 million, surpassing our goal by over $2.6 million. That was indeed a wow. I now invite Rich to talk about the third category of gifts to the campaign, our endowment.
The endowment is a fund of money which the school's foundation board invests to provide a stream of income each year. The school's annual budget includes a 4.25% draw from the endowment. A large endowment is an enormous benefit to a nonprofit like Summit. The larger the endowment, the larger the stream of income from the endowment the school enjoys. The endowment provides donors the opportunity to leave their mark on the school in perpetuity. The endowment funds student scholarships, faculty staff positions, and professional development, diversity inclusion activities, lecture series, facility maintenance, academic enhancement, and other key initiatives. The endowment assures freedom as a Catholic independent private school. The larger the endowment, the less beholden we are to other sources of income. Sources like the government, which may try to prescribe how we educate children in the future. Our endowment goal for the campaign was $5.6 million. We ended up raising $10 million, almost double the goal. And I can't thank our endowment donors enough for their interest in the long-term sustainability of the school we love. They know how to inspire.
I think Summit helped me discover what my passions in life are because they give so many opportunities for every single person to explore themselves and better themselves and get to know themselves better. The Summit inspires me to just be me.
I think the Summit is just a passionate place. It's a place where people can grow and find their way. And I think Brooke came to the Summit on fragile legs, and she left here strong and independent and, a forward thinker. I think the Summit means progress and individuality.
I think that Summit has had an immense impact on my character and the person who I am today. I can confidently say that I am a very different person having graduated last year than I was when I walked in here as a freshman.
Summit, I think, has made a huge impact in Brooke's life. In a short 4 years, the Summit made an indelible mark on Brooke.
I was given the opportunity to do so many different things that I would have not been given the same opportunity at another school.
I think you give opportunity, to follow your passion, and I think it's an important piece of the community. You give back to things that are important to you.
The community here is already amazing, and just being in the atmosphere within these walls, it makes you want to just add to that positive community that Summit has.
You give to things that you're passionate about, and it is easy to be passionate about Summit.
Summit is all of our homes. Like, when I think of Summit, I think of the word home. It's a place that you can be yourself.
I think leading the way is one of Summit's mottos. I think they encourage students and young people to be leaders.
I cannot say enough positive things about how the Summit has shaped me into the person that I am, and I am incredibly grateful for that.
I say give to Summit because it makes a difference, and our world's a better place when there's more kids that come through these doors.
We have talked generally about the success of the campaign. Let's now get into the specifics of what will all that money do for the school. The Harold C. Schott Foundation made a $2.3 million gift to fund the Upper School Resources Program for 10 years, which allowed us to add a second intervention specialist. This effort helps students who struggle to learn. The Schiff family gave $2 million to endow the Science Research Institute. We saw the huge advantage this program provides students, and they wanted to ensure its vitality in perpetuity. The Holman family gave $1 million to endow the Entrepreneurial Leadership Program in the upper school. That started up this fall with, frankly, more student interest than we had expected. The Ragland family established a $1 million endowment incentive fund. For example, if a donor gives $90,000 for an endowed scholarship, the Ragland Fund would kick in $10,000. This is a very innovative idea, and the fund will incentivize gifts to the endowment in perpetuity. The Ragland family are big believers in the importance of sustaining this school long term. The Griffin family endowed a business and leadership course as part of the Holman Center for Entrepreneurial Leadership. The Evans and Ketters families gave to a new endowed hardship fund. Every year we have families who suffer a reversal of fortune that dramatically affects the ability of the family to keep the children in the school. This fund, administered by Kelly Sheese, helps us address the hardships these children face through no fault of their own. We added 17 new named endowed scholarships, and endowed scholarships come from gifts of $100,000 or more. That brings the total number of endowed scholarships at the school to 85. And when fully funded, we would have $28 million in endowed scholarships. What a blessing these scholarship funds are going to be to deserving students. Endowments were added for programs in support of social justice, resources, athletics, some unrestricted endowment funds. 12 donors endowed Forever funds. This is a new initiative that we started with this campaign. These donors are essentially endowing their Summit Fund gifts in perpetuity. A Forever Fund of $25,000 will yield a Summit Fund gift each year of $1,000. $60,000 will yield $2,500 a year, and that's enough to be an angel donor in perpetuity. We added 23 new angel donors who provide financial support to students each year. We now have a total of 69 angel donors, and their annual contributions represent a quarter of the Summit Fund. We added 71 new members to the Leaders of Character Society for a total membership of 287. These donors' contributions represent 71% of the Summit Fund. The capital gifts that we received funded the middle school playground upgrade, the Joseph family scoreboard, the Flannery Boys and Girls Locker Rooms upgrade, the Upper School Resource Fund, Character-Based Leadership Speakers and Experiences Fund, Creative Problem Solving Summer Curriculum Fund, and of course, a Campus Beautification Fund. Though it wasn't a focus of the campaign, we added 4 families to the Cornerstone Heritage Society, whose members have included the Summit in their estate plans. The impact of this campaign is undeniable. When the call went out, our Summit community responded and stretched to do so. We have witnessed what we as a community can accomplish when everyone participates. That's the metric of a culture of philanthropy. That's the Summit way. We set a goal originally of $13.5 million. We then upped it to $16.4 million. And now, the moment we've all been waiting for, the final tally. $21 million, a new school campaign record.
Two, 4, 6, 8. Who do we appreciate? You. We think it's you.
Thank you for leading the way.
2, 4, 6, 8. Who do we appreciate? You. We think it's you.
Thank you for leading the way.
Thank you for leading the way.
Thank you for leading the way. Thank you.
Thank you for leading the way.
Thank you for leading the way.
2, 4, 6, 8. Who do we appreciate? You. We think it's you. Thank you. 2, 4, 6, 8. You're the one we think is great. You. We think it's you.
Thank you for leading the way.
2, 4, 6, 8. Who do we appreciate? You. We think it's you. 2, 4, 6, 8. Who's the one we think is great? You. We think it's you. Thank you. Thank you for leading the way.
I'd like to close by first thanking our campaign co-chairs, Annie and Mike Bergeron, Allison and J.B. Kropp, Nick and Joelle Ragland, and Wendy and Andy Rich. Together, they committed 23% of all the funds that we raised. I would add that this is the second campaign that the Bergerons and the Raglands have co-chaired. I'm doubly grateful to them. Jim Jackson, Michelle Duda and our development staff, as well as Nancy Burlier and Tammy McNann of our communications staff, worked long hours to keep the campaign on track with great support from Changing Our World, our fundraising consultants. But I've saved the best for last. The important thank you to you, our donors. Thank you for believing in our mission and the work that our staff, teachers, and coaches do every day for the benefit of the children we serve. Those of us who work here are humbled and grateful for your generosity. We are a blessed school. And as the sisters always remind us, God is good. And now, a list of all the donors to the campaign.